I'm Rachel with Andy Liechty and Associates with FC Tucker's marketing team, and today we are going to get to know realtor Andy Liechty just a little bit better. Andy, thank you so much for joining us today. Let's dive right in, Andy, and let's talk about how long exactly you have been licensed for.
Yeah, thanks, Rachel. I've been licensed for over 18 years now.
Andy, what is your greater market called?
The greater market area that we serve, obviously we serve everybody in Central Indiana, but our specific focus is Hamilton County and the north side of Indianapolis.
And now tell us a little bit about what exactly inspired you to get into real estate.
Yeah, that's, it seems like such a long time ago, Rachel, but I was actually a teacher for 4 years, from 2000 to 2004. I had come across some information about investing in real estate that really honestly started to pique my interest. And I thought, this sounds something that would maybe be interesting. And, at the time I was 27, I was single, and I thought, if I ever really want to do something like this, now's the time to start doing this. So, and really my goal at the time was to just kind of start to see if I could build some long-term wealth for my future family. That really, so I took a year off from teaching, was able to serve some clients, also continue investing in real estate, and really, never look back. Long story short, fast forward, after that first year, another 17 years later, one wife, 7 kids, and 17 years later, it's really proven to be a great decision.
Having said you've been in the real estate industry for over 18 years, you're obviously not a rookie to the game. So tell us a little bit about what you provide for your clients that they can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, we certainly try to offer both our buyers and our sellers offers that are hard to find anywhere else. And one of the things for our buyers that we offer is what we call our Perfect Home Finder program. One of the things that many people don't realize is that statistically speaking, within a 250 house radius, whenever a home sells, there are anywhere on average from 7 to 9 or 9 homeowners that are thinking about selling, but they don't have a sign in the yard, anything like that. What we do with our Perfect Home Finder program is we try to use our marketing dollars to match unlisted or pre-market homes that may not be for sale yet. So we'll sit down with our buyers. We'll talk to them about what they're looking for, and we will then try to build a profile, whether it's a specific neighborhood or a specific type of home. We actually have a systematic process in place where we will reach out to on their behalf to see if we can maybe craft a win-win situation. Sometimes we're able to find a match, sometimes we're not, but certainly leaving no stone unturned to help our buyers find homes is something that's very valuable for them. On the seller side, one of the things that we do, we don't just kind of put a sign in the yard and just simply do open houses and just wait to see if buyers come through the home. We actually offer a specific 4-step process that helps them position their home for top dollar. And on top of that, we also do a target marketing approach where we identify who the most probable buyer is that would be willing to pay a premium for their home. And again, what we do is we don't wait for them to come to the house. We see if we're able to reach out to them online and offline to let them know about our client's home to be able to generate top dollar for them.
Now, Andy, we've talked about, how you got into real estate and what you provide your clients. Tell us a little bit about what do you love about what you do? What do you love about being a real estate agent?
Yeah, well, for me, I'm very much a long-term planner and long-term thinker, and take a long-term perspective on things. And and for me, being in real estate is all about relationships, right? And really teaching, and coming from a teaching background, building relationships and teaching is just something that is really important and just valuable to me. So really, my goal is just to kind of build lifelong relationships by investing in people, and really trying to provide value to them, whether or not that they're looking to buy, they're looking to buy or sell at the moment. So, and what I've kind of really discovered when you kind of take that approach is that helping people with their real estate needs then simply becomes a byproduct of just investing in those relationships over time. And for me, that's not only a great way to build a business. It's really been a great way to build a life as well too.
Reflecting on, how gratifying it is to do what you do you regularly contribute to any charities or any groups in your community?
Yeah, for sure. My wife and I were very involved in our local church here at St. John Vianney in the Fishers area. But we also have with our 7 kids. We do have a daughter who has one of our daughters has special needs, and she's been involved in a program for a long time called Reigns of Grace, basically a nonprofit therapeutic horseback riding therapy for young children with special needs and disabilities. It's been a great blessing for our daughter and for our family. We've seen them bless a lot of people over the years with that. So Reigns of Grace is certainly a charity that is near and dear to us for sure.
Now, what about, you obviously don't have a ton of time on your hands, but when you do have some time, what kind of activities or hobbies do you enjoy doing?
Yeah, well, for me, one of the things that I tell people, Rachel, is that the two immutable truths in our home is that number one, we're never bored, and two, we're always tired. So it certainly feels like if we're not with if I'm not working, I definitely try to be really involved and present with my wife and my kids. But one of the things that we really do like to do, in addition to being very involved in our church, my 3 oldest boys wrestle. And I help coach, and I help coach their team. And then my oldest daughter is also involved in soccer as well too. So that's something that we do.
To wrap things up, Andy, tell us why home buyers or sellers should choose you above all other options.
That's a great question, Rachel. And there's several different ways to look at that. And there are definitely a lot of good real estate agents out there. There's a couple of things we do that I think kind of help us stand apart from the competition here in Central Indiana. And one of them, quite candidly, is just kind of the data. I have a sheet that I give clients when I meet with them that are looking to sell their home of 13 questions to ask your realtor. And this is whether they're interviewing me or whether they're interviewing anyone else. But a couple of questions that I think are really relevant on that is one of the things that I ask is, what is your average list to sell ratio, and how does that compare with the rest of the realtors in our market? And since 2019, my average sales to list price is 99.77%. And in that same time, the average of homes that have sold has been 96.09%. And not to get too technical there, but basically what that means is on a $400,000 sale, on average, my homes will sell for $14,720 more than what the market does. So that's sort of one kind of tangible way where we have a track record of putting more money in our clients' pockets that sell with us. But really on the long-term relational aspect, by doing this for 18 years, we have almost 150 testimonials that we have of people that are clients, and many people that have helped us, that we've been honored to sell, help them buy and sell more than one time over the years. So really kind of focusing on that lifelong client. And another way where that kind of is demonstrated too is I've actually been nominated and received 12 times from 2011 to 2022 the 5-star professional award. And what that is that is awarded to the top 2% of realtors in Indianapolis based on anonymous customer service. And I'm really, really proud of that, just from the perspective of last year in our market, there was 16,769 realtors, and 216 of them received this 5-star distinction. And actually, there was only, 42% of realtors have received, 42 realtors total out of the 16,769 here in the Metro Indy area have received that more than 10 times. I've received that 11. So that is 0.24% of the marketplace that has actually received that. I'm really proud of that, because that's actually feedback from our clients, anonymous feedback that they are giving to this research organization. So that's something that we're extremely proud of, Rachel.
Andy, it sounds like you are very accoladed and dedicated to exactly what it is that you do. And we thank you so much for joining us and getting to know you a little bit better.
Thanks so much, Rachel. Pleasure doing this today.